What's up, everybody? My name is Natasha Nicole, and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be very detailed on how to do a frontal sewing. So let's get started. Right now, you see me taking my Got2b glue, the gel. It is not glue, it's gel. And I'm taking all of her edges and I'm combing them completely straight back. And for this effect, I'm doing this because I don't want any adhesive getting on her baby hairs, because we want to make sure that we keep all of our clients' baby hair, and we are not giving them a reason to say that lace takes out your baby hair, because that is so not the case. So this is going to make sure, it's going to ensure you that you are not taking out anyone's baby hairs if you do these steps. So watch and keep watching because you will not have that problem if you complete these steps. I am using a new cap. This is the lightest one I seen at the hair store. I knew that my client skin texture skin complexion was more on the light side, so I got a new cap that will pretty much match her skin complexion. Of course, a darker one wouldn't. So that's why I went with the more light one. And I'm just taking that gel and I'm smoothing it back, going in the same direction I did when I was using a comb, just to make sure that the cap does not come up. Now, you're about to see me use the Got2b glued gel, just so that I am making sure that I am not having no lift ups with my cap. So I learned this ear tab little ordeal, whatever you want to call it, from another YouTuber. And I cannot remember. This was so long ago. I've been doing this for a while. I cannot remember who I learned it because I wanted to give them props. So it's really irking me. But I did learn this from a YouTuber. And yeah, is by far the best thing that I've learned on YouTube when it comes to doing frontals, because if you don't use this technique, I know a couple people can vouch for me when I say this, but that side part, the ear tab part, is the most annoying part when you're wearing frontals. So I feel like this technique has like really like came in handy when it comes to the ear tab. So here's the Got2b glue spray, and I'm just gonna go in, circle back around, make sure that this cap is not lifting up once it is all set in stone and dried. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, so just keep watching. Okay, so I put her under the dryer. The dryer is really like optional. You really don't have to. It will dry, but it will take longer, and we ain't got time for that. So I did put her under the dryer for about like 10 minutes, and it dried completely. So now I'm just going in with my shears and I'm cutting any excess cap off. I'm cutting straight up the middle. That gives me more control over what I am cutting. You don't want to cut behind what you sprayed. And you want to cut all the way up to exactly where you sprayed. And yeah, don't cut your client. Okay, so here I'm positioning the frontal. I did not do this color. So as you can see, there is some dark spots that is on the lace, but no worries, it's going to get cut off. And after, cutting it off, if you do still see some dark spots, just go on with some makeup. It's not the end of the world, and just go over those dark spots with makeup. So this part right here is very important. You want to make sure that you're positioning the frontal to the head the correct way, and you want to make sure it's even on each side. So I'm sorry guys, my phone did die on me and I had to let it charge. So if you are still a little confused on how to lay a frontal, you can definitely go to my other videos. I do have other videos that I will put in the description tab for you to watch. So I'm just going in and I am actually sewing down the frontal first before I use the adhesive. And while you're doing this, you want to make sure that your client is holding the frontal very tight so that it's not pulling back. There has been many of times that I had to cut this frontal. Cut the thread back off and reposition the frontal because my client was being lazy. Okay, so make sure they're not being lazy. Make sure they're holding the frontal tight. And I'm not going to blame it all on my client because I do get a little heavy-handed. So I could be pulling it back too much when I'm doing the thread. So make sure that you're not pulling the frontal back too much where it's repositioning your frontal. Because once you got it all set prior to sewing the hair, you want to make sure it's staying in that exact place. Okay, guys, so now it is time to get this bad boy glued down and melted and looking good not looking but looking good. So I am always using my boat hole, which you will see in all of my videos because this is my favorite lace glue. And no, it don't take your edges out. I feel like I'm going to say this in every video because I'm so tired of seeing and hearing people say that this technique takes your edges out. It does not take your edges out unless you are not educated on how to take the frontal off. So you want to make sure as stylists that you are educating your clients when it comes to them taking their frontals off by themselves, because they be quick to be like, oh, it takes your frontals out. It be all in your comments and all that. It takes your edges out. No, it don't. It does not take your edges out at all. So I usually do 3, what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I want to say 3 covers, but that's not it. 3 coats. There we go. I know it was a C word. 3 coats. And that usually lasts for about like 2 weeks. And that also depends on how well my client keeps up with it. So that means tying it down at night, making sure that you're not being rough when combing or brushing it, because lace is very fragile, very, very fragile. So if you're doing a lot, that's how your lace is going to look. So you want to make sure that you're treating it with a lot of love, with soft love. And so then that way it can last. So I'm just going to repeat these steps 3 times. 1, 2, 3. and keep watching. Okay, let's get busy now. Let's get down to the business. I don't know what's up with me, y'all. Like, you would think I had some coffee or something, but I really didn't. This is just me. Let's melt this lace. Look at that already. I just literally just laid it down and it looks melted already. Now, you in all of my videos, you will know, if you are a true watcher, you will hear me say in all my videos, make sure that you're laying the lace before the glue, not behind the glue. Taking the glue off will be annoying. That's an extra step that you don't need, especially if you have somebody else waiting to get their hair done or what have you. Time is money. So lay the lace in front. Even if you have to cut a little bit of the lace off, it is fine. I would rather you have to do that than to be trying to clean that adhesive off of your client's skin. That's very annoying. Okay, let's get to the ear part. This part right here, you definitely want to make sure that you're taking your good old time, because you can cut too much off and you don't want to do that, because the whole purpose of a frontal is for your client to be able to be versatile. So a lot of times your clients want to put their hair in a ponytail, and if you cut it too high, it will not look right. So you want to make sure that you're cutting right on top of the ear and not too far up. So then that way you're giving it the most natural look as possible. Okay, so now I'm going in and I'm just cutting any of the excess lace off. It is very important to part that hair so then that way you're not leaving like a little bit of the hair and it's hanging down on top of the frontal. So go ahead and just part the hair before cutting and get everything out of there that does not belong there. I'm cutting up until I see the glue, right before I see the glue. So then that way the lace is not hanging behind the glue. I'm going to stress this in every video, and I'm only stressing it because it's happened to me numerous of times, and it is such a headache trying to get the glue off and then also starting to lift the frontal up. Yeah, that's a whole mess and a half. So with that being said, just take your time. I still take my time and I'm pretty darn good at this now, if I should say so myself. But I still take my time because I am a perfectionist and I do like everything to come out flawless. Okay, guys, I'm going in and I'm starting to sew in the bundles. If you have any questions on how I sew in my tracks or want to see a detailed video, I do have other videos. So make sure you do check those out. I'm not going to get a whole video on me sewing this because it would get very boring. So just keep watching. Okay, let's get into it. So, I am going in with my nanos. I freaking love these flat irons. If I could marry them, I would. Like, what? What did I just say? No, but seriously, that's how much I really love them. Like, I've had these flat irons for years. Like, my oldest son is about to be 9. I had him yeah, I really had them that long. I think I got him when he was like not even 1 yet. So, with that being said, these things is the ish. They are miracle workers. Like, look at that. They get you all the way right. So, she wanted it straight, and I curled. I kind of wanted her to curl it, but still turned out good. So, yeah, I'm just going to go in, straighten her all out. I'm taking small sections. The smaller the sections, the more straight, more bone straight you're going to get it, and it will last longer. So, yeah, look at that heat just, oh my gosh. Hair porn. Like, look at that. Even her edges, look, she can't even stop. Listen, y'all, my client could not stop looking in the freaking, what I tell y'all, she is cheesing. And you know what? This is why I really love doing hair, because of that shit right there. Like, this is why. This is what I do it for. And, like, she actually told me not to, like, tell her business or anything, that she's been having, like, hair depression. And I know a lot of us has gone through that before. Like, if your hair is not right, you are not feeling right. Your day won't go right. Your week, your month, however long you are having hair depression, like, nothing will be right. So, to be her hair depression fairy godmother, it brought, some happiness to my life. Like, look at that. Look. All right, guys. So this is the end. I'll see you in my next video. Thumbs it up. Like it. Please subscribe. And I'll see y'all next time.